Hey! Elloz! Welcome to Player Analysis, guys. If you don't know what this is, it's pretty much where I just look at players and I look at their stats and whatnot. Alright, so you know Jesus, right? If not, well, he was actually quite the player back then. You know, hey! He was pretty awesome. So, yeah. He was such a great player to the point where people actually thought he was hacking or something. And I'm just gonna let you guys know now. I don't know if those claims are true. I don't know if he's hacking or not. And I'll just leave it up to you guys to decide, okay? Okay, let's get started. God, that's terrible. Who am I trying to be? The Fonz? Oh, that wasn't even funny. Not one bit funny, dude. Back to the drawing board on this one. Jesus or Jesus Christ or Jesus of Nazareth or Cheese was a very powerful player, and as some of you guys may have noticed already, a lot of players look up to him. During his playthrough, Cheese managed to obtain the class of Messiah, a very powerful class that you can get by upgrading your class from the base class of Healer. As a Messiah, Cheese was able to use skills like Feed, a skill that heals and buffs a player, and Cure, a skill that heals and gets rid of certain debuffs. As you can see why people like him so much, and you can also see why people want him in their party so badly. But those aren't the only skills he has. Some people have said that Cheese also had skills that shouldn't even exist in the game. One example being Revive. And apparently he maxed out his crafting skill to the point where he can somehow craft water into wine without any additional materials. As you can see, many people thought he was hacking. But the big thing that caused this thought to happen was because he managed to break the game's physics and started to walk on water. It makes no sense how he does it. I don't even know how. Maybe his stats have something to do with it? Well, let's see. Cheese never really had any good strength or dexterity, which is kind of odd because during his time, the meta heavily involved strength and dex. Instead, he opted for intelligence and charisma, and his constitution being somewhat average. So, looking at his stats, was he hacking? I don't know. I don't know. Cheese's stats are like, you know, Swiss cheese. They're Gouda, but there's not much mozzarella to say about this. Yeah. Will you just excuse me? Just for, you know, one bit. Okay, so how is it possible for him to do all those things? Well, the most well-known theory is that Jesus had some sort of connection with the developers. Some say that Jesus knew the developers before the game was ever released. And then when Jesus decided to play the game, the devs wanted to have fun with him and gave him special powers. Then there are lesser-known theories, like Jesus used like a cheat engine or something. I don't know, maybe a Game Shark? Or Action Replay? I don't know. Well, it doesn't really matter anyways. Sure, he has all those cool abilities, but it's not like he had God mode or anything. That's just ridiculous. Or did he? Near the end of his playthrough, Jesus died due to some toxic players. Tip: those types of players suck. So, when you're around them, just be careful with them or avoid them at all costs. Seriously. Alright? Okay. And according to some players, they saw Jesus somehow revive himself and he logged out of the game, which is really weird and insane to hear because, you know,
if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Wait. If that happened, does that make Jesus a developer? Maybe he didn't have connections to developers. Maybe he is a developer. Maybe he was just bored. Maybe he just started to play with us, or maybe he just wanted to see how toxic the players are. Oh well. Whatever thoughts you have about him, this is Jesus for you. Now, it may sound like it's impossible to achieve some of the feats that Jesus can do, but you actually can. I actually spent a lot of time trying to obtain one of Jesus' most famous skills. Here, let me show you. Okay, here we go. If you want to learn this skill, be prepared to spend many countless hours. Well, that's all I know about cheese. I hope this information will be somehow useful to you one day for some strange reason, and I don't know how it's gonna be useful, but if you enjoyed the video, why not give it a like? And make sure to share it too. I mean, you have to spread the word, right? You have to spread the word of the glorious cheese. Spread it. Just spread it all over. Kinda sound like a Mormon there. Alright, you know what time it is. Put me time! Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. For those of you who don't know what this is the time where I feature comments that I like. If you want to be part of the next Put Me Time, make sure to put the hashtag PutMe in the comments. Alright, let's begin. Here we go. No, what is it? No, don't leave me! Oh. Whatever.
I will devour his soul after ripping off my own sister's head for betraying me on a long and convoluted plot who I should destroy with a mix of my lasers and sonic powers. This comes not in any of your puny ritual yet.